Alright, what's up guys? My name is Daniel, and I have something that's been bothering me a little bit. I recently picked up a PS5 Pro, and I made a couple videos about that, how I sold my Series X, sold my base PS5, and picked up the Pro. And I've been getting so much hate. Not hate, but negative comments at the least. I've been getting a lot of people telling me that it's a joke, Sony's a ripoff, should have got a PC, and I want to address all of those. Specifically because I've not seen a lot of people really talk about if the Pro is worth it. There's a part of me that feels like there's people that are afraid to really say the Pro is worth it because there's so much rhetoric online about the Pro being a joke and a waste of money. So I just break it down. I just want to break it down and really go through the math, my experience with the Pro, and again, just kind of talk about, is it worth it? I think that's the real big question here that a lot of people just are still up in the air about. But before we do any of that, I would love it if you took the time to like and possibly subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. This is not the normal layout I do for my videos. I'm just feeling under the weather, so go check out the other stuff on my channel to get a better idea of what my videos are like. Also, what you're seeing here is Split Fiction. Me and my wife started playing that. I have a live stream I do on the channel called First Impression, where when I check out a new game I've never played before, I do a live stream for about 30 minutes to an hour. And yeah, just gonna give you first impressions. And if I continue playing the game, I will stream it over on Twitch. So I will put that in the description down below as well. It's also on the channel. Go follow me there. I go live completely random, no set schedule, just turn on notifications. And, when I go live, join in, chat, hang out. It's a fun time. But with that said, let's get back to the whole PS5 Pro shit. So I want to do the basic math first, right? Is the PS5 Pro is $699, $700, and the PS5 Slim Digital Edition, that's the most apples to apples comparison we can do. $450, okay, $449. And when you look at what the Pro's offering versus just this slim digital console, the first thing we have to account is the extra terabyte of storage you're getting between the Slim and the Pro. And that 1 terabyte of storage could run you, on average, I would say about $150. Okay, $150 on average. Yes, you could find an SSD for $80 on sale. Maybe you could get a cheap one and buy a cheap heat sink and attach it and all that stuff. You can go get a pre-made, built, licensed one from Sony. Have a little PlayStation logo on your, SSD for probably $200. Like, you got options, 100%. But 150 is, I would argue, a good average of what you would spend on the extra terabyte of storage. It just is what it is. And you're getting that out of the box with the Pro. So once you consider that in and add the 150, you would be looking at a difference of about $100. Okay, 450 plus the 150 for the extra storage, you're still having to look at about $99, $100, right? I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound too bad, especially if you are aware of all the features the PS5 Pro gives you. It is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money to spend, especially in today's economy, but to sit here and say that it's a ripoff, that it's a joke, or that it's not worth the money, like when you compare apples to apples, as I just did, it just makes sense to say, yeah, it might be worth getting the Pro because you're getting cutting edge technology. You're getting, again, you're removing that weird compromise between having to, oh, well, I want higher frame rate, so I have to take a hit on the fidelity. Oh, I want the ray tracing, but I can't do that at 60 FPS. Like, it was a joke before. The PS5 Pro just fixes that. And whether that was by design, whether Sony planned on, saying, yeah, we're gonna just, make a console that's not that great. I mean, people do that, companies do that, right? And then fix the problem with, they created the problem to fix. I don't know. Maybe it's naive, but I do like to think that, yeah, Sony maybe just wasn't aware of how many people would prefer to have a performance mode, or how many people would play in performance mode. Because for the longest history of gaming, of gaming, right, of the console space, people have played at 30 FPS. It hasn't been that big of an issue. But I think that 60 FPS has really become the norm, especially with games that are higher fidelity. I think 30 works on a lot of older style games, even back on PS3. But when you get through PS4 gen, especially now on PS5, like, these games are loading so fast. There's so much happening on screen now at a time. You can't play at 30. It's just not really it. If you can, kudos to you. I'm jealous. There's a lot of games that are ruined for me because they're only at 30 FPS, but I guess that's maybe just me being a snob. And speaking of snobs, I do want to talk about the PC argument, because that is something I've seen multiple times now on my last couple videos, is people telling me, oh, you did this, you sold these two, are you stupid? You could have got a PC. Like, first off, it's my money and I need it now. No, I'm just kidding. That was stupid. But but it's my money, right? I'm gonna spend it how I want. And I want to touch on the whole thing. There is not as much overlap between a console gamer and a PC gamer. If somebody was interested in gaming on PC, yeah, they're gonna go to get a PC. If I was interested in getting a PC at the time when I was like, I'm done with Xbox, I'm gonna sell that, but then I realized if I sell my PS5 as well, that would cover the cost of this Pro, but it could also get me a half decent PC build. But is it gonna be the same performance as the Pro? Well, no. Oh, but yeah, you'll be able to upgrade down the line. You'll be able to, like, I don't want to do that. I bought the PS5 Pro because I know that I'm gonna come home, plug it in, and it's just gonna work. No drivers to deal with, no settings to fuss with, nothing to make sure it's calibrated and fucking optimized for whatever game I want to play. PC ports are often shit anyway. Like, I'm not sitting here messing with a PC. Not because I'm necessarily incompetent. I've had a gaming laptop before, and that was some fun. But even without the hardware tinkering, again, dealing with the drivers and sitting here having to wait, right? All I want to do is I get home from work. Right? I work a 14-hour shift. I get home from work. I just want to play a damn game. If you got time to be waiting for all your stuff to be in perfect working order, or maybe you just only play one or two games, so it's not that big of a deal, great. PC will be great for you in those situations, especially if you care about all the extra things. Another thing for me is I'm on Apple. I use Mac. I have an iPhone. Okay, I like my devices to be best at what they're designed for. The PC to me is a jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, it can do a lot of things really, really well, but there's always going to be some shortcomings when you try to put all these things into one device. Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad experience. I'm just saying, like, my gaming console is the gaming console. It's all it does. Ironically, right now I am recording and editing this entire video on my PS5. Like, that's a thing you can do. I have the PS5 camera. Hopefully this mic is coming through well with this headset. I'm literally going to be using the fucking controller to edit this when I'm done. But again, it's just, I want my things to just be what they are. You know, I don't know how else to put that simply. My game console is there to play games. My phone is there to, well, I guess smartphones are a little bit like that. And that's another thing I wanted to touch on, was someone telling me that I spent all this money on, I spent $700 on a PS5 Pro. You could have got a PC. Well, Digital Foundry 1 has already kind of done the comparison between the newest graphics card, the 5080, the RTX 5080 from NVIDIA, and versus the PS5 Pro, and the graphics card is $1,000, just the graphics card. So unless you already have a PC that you can just integrate that in, yeah, sure, maybe then it makes sense. But if you're building a PC from scratch, you want that 5080 to compare to the PS5 Pro to get that same level of performance and options, not gonna be under $700, that's for sure. But hey, again, to each his own. But even at that price, when we're talking about that price, I mean, an iPhone 16 Pro Max can play Resident Evil 4. Did I just give up on my console and get a phone? Did I play on mobile? Like, the conversation's not relevant when you bring in the PC when you're referring to consoles, because they're different machines designed for different things. Yes, a gaming PC can play games, but it's not its sole purpose, you know? It's a thing you're assigning that device to do, right? The PC was not necessarily born to play the game, right? It was born to do all sorts of things. Gaming is just one of those things that can do it. And a lot of the builds can do that really, really good, which is awesome, you know? But my PS5 was even Series X, like these game consoles, Nintendo Switch, they were designed from the ground up to be a video game playing device. That's it. And I like that. It's just that simple. I can just like that and not be told to go buy a PC, you know? Because at the same time, as I said, just I wouldn't say go buy a phone to play games on. Like, it's just, I'm telling you, the whole, I feel like the people that shout out, oh, go buy a PC, they are the same people that are very, I want to say short-minded. I'm not saying they're stupid. I'm not saying that. I'm not like insulting them, but like, they have a very narrow viewpoint on what is good or bad, I guess. They can't really sit there and, just accept that somebody doesn't like the same thing as them. They can't sit here and accept that maybe somebody just doesn't want to deal with a PC. I feel like that's very straightforward. The same way if somebody told me, oh, well, I like Xbox over PlayStation, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, you're wrong. My videos that I made recently talking about why I left the Xbox ecosystem, why I, canceled my Game Pass subscription, why I did any of this to move on and solidify my gaming and really clear out the mental clutter when it comes to my gaming. None of it was, me talking crap about Xbox. It wasn't me sitting here saying Xbox is terrible and bad. It was me saying that Xbox just isn't for me anymore. It's as simple as that. So, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about that, but I'm just really getting tired of the of people shoving PC down your throat in the comment sections on videos that are specifically talking about video game consoles. Like, it just doesn't add up. But yeah, I guess to close out the thoughts, like I said, I think the PlayStation 5 Pro is a wonderful device. I've really enjoyed gaming on it. The biggest game for me that really was a selling point was Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Being able to play that game at 120 FPS with the fidelity of the 60 FPS mode from the base PS5, like, it's awesome. I think that there's other games that have gotten improved ray tracing that makes it worthwhile as well, which again, you can totally enjoy even on a $300 budget TV. So even if you don't have the latest and greatest display, you're gaming on, a cheap little monitor or again, some Roku TV from ONN or TCL or something. Like, if you got 4K, you got 60, you got HDR. If you got those three things in your TV, you're good. You are good. I promise you. The PS5 Pro will be worth it. The fidelity upgrades will still come through. Okay. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to see more. And once again, follow me on Twitch because I'll be playing more of Split Fiction with my wife, and we're gonna have a good time. So if that's something you're interested in, come check it out. And you have a good day. Goodbye.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I agree.